Hi there, I'm Danny Crouch. This is my journey of becoming a life coach. 57 days into my journey of joining the Coaching Institute. 5 or 6 years of personal growth, trying to find the right package, idea, concept to follow. It's the 3rd of December 2014. I'm 48 days since I quit smoking. Fantastic effort. And I've gone 25 days without an alcoholic drink. I have my daily affirmation, which is today I'll do everything in my power to reduce my weight to below 109 kilos by the 25th of December 2014. I'll complete my exercise routine, eat healthily, and focus on my back being stronger. I am thinner and my back is stronger. Imagine how great I feel on Christmas Day. Now the goals for today. I want to look at getting a heart rate monitor. It seems that the exercise that I've been doing, I've been going into anaerobic state rather than aerobic, so weight loss is best done in the aerobic state, so a heart rate monitor will optimise the time that I can be in that rate. To work on the golf book for at least an hour, so I've got to put the hour in there, otherwise I'm not doing it. One of my training companies, I want to do 2 hours commitment towards working with those students. The printer is on the fritz, so I've got to link that back up with the computer, and we've got our couples counsellor again today with Nick and I. Something that I noticed, read in Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within over the weekend, overnight, was about the daily goal setting and the difference between important goals and urgent goals. I've got to make sure that I put important goals in there, because you get more satisfaction out of doing something that's important to what you want to achieve. So something important to work towards the goal, the medium to long term goals, rather than just urgent things like fixing the printer. There's no real personal satisfaction out of doing that, other than it's just a task that's achieved. So medium to long term goals, I've got 59 days to go until my 3 coaching books are complete. And 4 mastermind coaching commitments, so that's the 1st of February. I've got 85 days until I run MC the 500 person coaching seminar. I've got 149 days until we book the Bully Business Cruise and Holiday, and to weigh less than 100 kilos. So me personally, I'm going to weigh under 100 kilos by the 1st of May 2015. There's 336 days to go until we'll be earning over $50,000 a year in passive income, and I'll have financial freedom. That's the 1st of November 2015. My definition of financial freedom is doing what I want to do and getting paid for it, rather than having to align with training companies and feel like I'm working a job. This is going to be something that I love: running cruises, running seminars, managing coaches and stuff like that. And then we've got 1,066 days till the Riva unit is owned and paid in full by us. So our unit that we're living in, we want paid off by the 1st of November 2017. I then reflect on the last 24 hours. Down to 6 days to go in the mental diet, so that's 10 consecutive days of focusing on the positive, focusing on the solution. It was a questionable time yesterday where I was focusing on the problem being the printer wouldn't work. We changed modems about a week or so ago, and the printer is linked to the modem, which is linked to our computer, so we can just press print and the printer will automatically print. So when we changed the modems, the modem wasn't talking to the printer, so that was a bit frustrating. We sold the moped last night, so I needed to download this page so we could give to the new buyer. Stressing and fretting, I left it till 15 minutes before he got here. I believe I handled it reasonably well. My frustration levels were down. I don't think I focused too much on the negative or on the problem. I was focusing on trying to find a solution. Nick assures me that I had worked on it a lot better than what I normally would have, what I used to. So that was where I was borderline of whether or not I had to start again or not. She's pretty confident that I handled it a lot different, so it's about realising that I did identify that was a concern and focusing on the solution. Now I had the dietitian booked in for yesterday. I can't remember if I mentioned today's Wednesday, so Monday The medical centre that I go to was meant to contact the dietitian and send over documents so I could go to the appointment. I had an appointment for 9:30. Nick and I started heading over there. We got halfway there and the dietitian rang saying that the receptionist at the medical centre hadn't sent the documents through. Normally I would have got very angry, annoyed, pissed off that they weren't doing their job. It meant prolonging my dietitian's appointment, and yeah, as I say, in the past it would have frustrated me. We turned around and came back, realised there wasn't much we could do. I then took it upon myself a couple of hours later to call the doctor very calmly. Spoke to her quite easily. She was very friendly, building rapport. I mentioned that I was a little bit upset with the way the receptionist handled my call, in the sense I'd just been diagnosed with diabetes and she didn't seem to care. When I asked if I could speak to someone, she said, bad luck, no one there. When will they be in? She said, later on. So there was that distress of, if this was a serious illness or condition that I was worried about dying or something like that, this girl didn't seem to care. And I passed that message on, I think, very successfully to the doctor, and she appreciated the feedback. So I think I handled that situation really well. Ended up going to the dietitian at 3:30, so there was no real concern. The dietitian is there one more time before the end of the year, so we're going to go and see a fitness physiologist, apparently, who can work on these anaerobic and aerobic points in our fitness. We can also look at our diets and when to eat and when to exercise and all that sort of stuff. And then finally, reading through part of the Anthony Robbins stuff, one thing that sort of jumped out at me when he was talking about relationships and how to repair them, that what I was doing in the past is really straining the relationship by suggesting to Nick that I'd had enough of the relationship, we weren't going to make it, that I was going to leave, that it's not going to work, all these sort of negative phrases that put a lot of stress on the relationship. And it was me verbalising something that, even though I may not have wanted it, by verbalising it, it's telling my subconscious that I'm leaning towards that. And it also puts Nick in a state of mind of hearing that obviously isn't very comforting and loving and enjoying. So interesting concept, and it's just a case of turning that around as to how is this going to work, how do we make this work, and not even thinking about it not working. But that's the transformational vocabulary, just another area that I can work on and focus on, and along with everything else, becomes the journey of becoming a life coach. But loving it. I've got 2 days until the intake weekend. Really excited about that. So until tomorrow, I'll see you then. Bye.